People say having a pet is great. I'm here to tell you they're all liars. Having a pet is the worst thing ever. I should know because I have a pet cat. Of course, there are benefits to having a pet, which is scientifically proven to help with stress, anxiety, and depression. Psh, what a bunch of losers. You need a tiny dog to make you feel good about yourself? You're telling me cleaning poop cures depression, and trying to cut your pet's nails as they wrestle and claw you helps with stress? If anything, that makes me more stressed. Having a pet is terrible. It's a weird thing to care for this tiny creature that basically just eats, sleeps, plays, and poops, and yet somehow it becomes the center of your life. There's nothing you wouldn't do for your pet. If your pet doesn't like someone, bam, they're out of your life forever. Oh no, my cat pushed something off the table. Oh, it's okay, you silly boy, it's not that important. My grandfather's ashes had to go anyways. They know they can get away with almost anything, and we'll let them, because we care so much. How am I not supposed to love this small animal? Oh my god, I'll do anything for you. Then it happens. This tiny little creature gets sick. You know how terrible that is? It's the worst thing ever. You love this animal, you care for it, give it everything it wants, then it ups and gets a weird genetic disease you've never heard about, like Sigma. Yeah, if you know, you know. But it's terrible. No one ever tells you how much of an emotional roller coaster it is and how expensive it is. There's no such thing as pet insurance. Why don't pets have insurance? I don't know. Then you're left and distraught and about to lose all your money trying to protect and save your pet, because you would do anything for him. I hate this feeling. People don't tell you this, but pets have all kinds of problems and you can prevent most of them. It's so terrifying because you think your pet won't get it, but then it does, and then your world is turned upside down as you try to navigate what the best course of action is to helping your pet. And all that feeling of love and care is just threatened because for the first time, you now have to think what life might be without your pet. And let me tell you, this is the worst thing to ever think about. I don't want to imagine my life without my cat. I want to grow old with my cat and pass away relatively around the same time. It's horrible that animals have such short lifespans compared to us. We love and care for this creature for such a short time of our lives before it leaves us, and then it feels like your life's just missing some small little animal presence. At least that's what I think. My cat is very much alive. I'll let you into a little secret. I'm still living in denial that my cat will die. He's gonna live forever. He's basically a god. So recently my cat had major surgery and I thought he was gonna die because they make you sign all these forms before your cat goes into surgery about the risks and whatnot, and it also mentions that there's a chance he may die, which is something you don't want to be hearing when you're trying to help care and improve your pet's quality of life. You see, my cat Bailey got one of those weird genetic diseases that I've never heard about. Gingivitis and periodontitis. Dontoros? It sounds like a dinosaur. Anyway, Bailey basically had stage 4 of that, which is really bad. So very bad. It's a gum and tooth disease that basically makes everything in your mouth hurt. And cats have a really funny way of showing their pain. They like to pretend everything is okay, so you can almost never see them in pain, which is why he got stage 4 of this dinosaur sounding tooth and gum disease. The only reason we noticed was because he wasn't really eating his food properly. So when we took him to the vet, which was so painful because he didn't want to leave his cage since he's terrified of new people and places. Anyway, the doctor said he's in excruciating pain, which is exactly what every pet owner wants to hear. Then we found out it was a genetic issue, so there was nothing we could have done to prevent it either. Great, Bailey was just born to suffer. But there was a solution to help stop the pain and make sure he's all fine. So as we sat there, eager to hear what it was, I want you to hit the subscribe button. Look at this beautiful shiny thing. Don't you just want to press it? So the solution was surgery. Bailey would need all his teeth removed since they were diseased and infected, which is terrible because about 5 minutes later, the vet said you should take some time to think about it since surgery for animals is always risky. I'm sorry. Why would you say that? Either Bailey dies on the operating table or dies from dinosaur tooth and gum disease. Not really great options to choose from. Either painless or painful. That old conversation was scary and anxiety inducing, like I didn't suffer from anxiety anyway. The truth is, we had no choice but to do the surgery. Plus, they said it was going to be all good and safe. Which it was. I don't know why I made it sound like it wasn't. The whole lead up to the surgery was pretty normal. Then the day of the surgery came around. Since animals are complicated and not the easiest patients, Bailey would get dropped off at 8 a.m. in the morning and we would only see him again at 6 p.m. in the evening. Almost a whole day of not seeing him and knowing this tiny little creature that I cared so much about and is responsible for so much of my emotions, even though it just eats and sleeps for most of the day. There was a weird weird feeling I can't describe. It was like something was missing. Some smallest little animal that wanders my house and that I care about was missing. It was like I loved this creature. Wait, no, that can't be right. I'm cold and heartless. That's my old facade. But I missed him. I really did. And when you miss someone, it means you really love them, regardless if it's a pet or another person. Even though I knew I'd see Bailey again, it was just scary to sit in that state of worry and wonder all the what ifs. Which, guys, is terrible. Don't do that. I could barely do anything productive that entire day. Anyway, Bailey's fine now. He came back to us toothless, without any teeth, so he's no longer in pain, which means I can go back to being my cold, dry, heartless self again.
Oh my god, he just licked my foot!